Could Republicans face a backlash because of the disruptions at these town hall meetings? The White House says debate is good, but their main concern, getting out the message.
I think the president believes these town halls provide an excellent opportunity to explain exactly what his ideas and principles are. And more importantly, if he can affect misinformation by telling people what isn't in a piece of legislation, I think he'll take that opportunity.
Mark Ambinder writes in The Atlantic that these town hall meetings are hurting the Republicans. Quote, unrestrained, these town hall meetings are going to turn off the type of voters Republicans most need to pressure blue dog Democrats, independents who don't have red jeans or blue jeans. Just yesterday, we saw a woman get kicked out of a town hall meeting held by Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill. But today, we're seeing a new angle of what led up to that moment. First of all, you can see the lady putting down a sign in the chair in front of her. A photographer comes over, takes a picture of her, and then walks over to the woman. Now, when the photographer walks over, the woman unrolls the poster. And the poster is a picture of civil rights leader Rosa Parks. And she shows it to the photographer. Then another woman, watching in blue here in just a second, a woman in blue will come over, take the poster, and rip it up. The lady with the poster got kicked out of the town hall, not the one who ripped it up. And, of course, there were a lot of cheers when the woman in blue took that poster away from that woman. Joining us now is Congressman Mike Pence. He's a Republican from Indiana. And, Congressman, first of all, one of the themes you keep hearing from protesters is that they oppose government-run health care. I understand that at your town hall in a Republican district, you got a standing ovation when you said to your constituents, I oppose government-run health care. But did you know that Medicare is government-run, and why haven't you told that to your constituents?
Nice try, David. I said I oppose a government takeover of health care paid for with $800 billion in new taxes. And I do believe that if the Democrats get their way and we introduce a government-run insurance plan,
Congressman, I got to stop you right there. You talk about $800 billion
because millions of Americans will lose their health insurance.
Congressman, look, aren't you part of the misinformation campaign when you say that $800 billion in new taxes, the CBO, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, says it's $540 billion, and that most of the cost of $1 trillion of health care will come from offsets of savings on Medicare, but it's only $540 billion, and that's taxes not on folks like you and me, but the rich.
Well, the problem is, David, you're not, both the Joint Tax Committee and the Congressional Budget Office have put the number at north of $800 billion. When you add in all of the taxes, not just on individuals that you're pointing to, but also on businesses, additional fees, international taxes. Take a look at it, David. I know MSNBC has reported a different number, but it's $800 billion.
Well, the Congressional Budget Office, which is what most members of Congress use for scoring, they say that it's $540 billion. But let's talk about something else, because there's a lot of misinformation.
No, look at all the numbers, David. It's $800 billion in higher taxes. But to your point, let's get to the main issue. The president is demanding that we introduce a government-run insurance option. And while he continues to say that if you like your health insurance, you'll be able to keep it, I got to tell you, the hundreds and hundreds of people turning out at my town hall meetings, people all across the country, know that the minute the federal government starts offering free health insurance, whether the bill says they can keep their health insurance or not, millions of employers are going to cancel the health insurance that they have.
What's the difference
their employees,
between Medicare, which is run by the government, and the fears that you're stoking and that some of your constituents share? What's the difference?
What fears am I stoking, David?
Well, the fears that people don't want government-run health reform, and yet we have government-run health care reform in the form of Medicare. But a lot of these people don't seem to know that.
David, you can check. There may be a press report, but I describe my opposition to a government takeover of health care. I know there's government-run health care with Medicare, government-run health care with Medicaid. I just simply oppose a government takeover of health care, which I think would be the result of introducing a government-run health insurance plan as an option.